Hi, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're hunting through, looking for commemoratives. No, we're not. We're looking for alphabet 10p's. I don't know what I'm on about. It's autopilot mode there. We want the alphabet 10p's, ideally some 2019 dated ones, because we have never filled the 2019 book. We've got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So any of those last six would be very nice coins to find, but because the 2019s are so low minted, so hard to find, we started our third 2018 book. After all these years, we've only completed 2 and a bit books. We've got A, E, F, G, H, I, K, M, N, Q, P, S, T, U, V, X and Y. So again, any of those would be lovely finds. Failing that, some territory coins or other interesting coins, but let's get into these bags and see what we get. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, we're going to be going through some comments recently left on my videos. If you get a random like or love from me on one of your comments, then chances are I've taken a screenshot of it and it's going into a future 10p Q&A video. To get a question in, all you need to do is leave a comment on one of my videos. Right, we start with Jack D. Says, hi Christopher, found an Olympic shooting today, best find in a while. Well done, it's a very nice find. I'm pretty new to coin collecting and have a question. Would location affect what sorts of coins you're most likely to find in circulation? Just wondering, as I am from Northern Ireland. Love the vids and watching each hunt every week. So, within the UK, the answer is really no, but sometimes maybe. When I say it's sometimes maybe, when a new coin is released by the Royal Mint, so they get minted, they get put in their long store, and eventually some part of the UK requires that new denomination. So if we look at the Shakespeare comedies £2 coins, it seemed like they were all coming out of the Royal Mint long store and out to cash centres in the north, because I know lots of the guys who make videos hunting through coins like I do up north were finding tons of Shakespeare comedies, and I still down south was not finding many. But over the longer term, they obviously get evenly spread, as much as evenly can be, randomly distributed across the country, because people go to different places, they pay, they spend money in a shop, that shop bags up excess coins and sends it to the banks, which goes to cash centres, or you pay money into a bank and it gets spread at cash centres. So it does circulate randomly across the country. But yes, if you live in a place that is running low on a certain denomination, then chances are that new denomination coming out from the Royal Mint might hit your area first. But other than that, and a couple of instances where I think some of the alphabet 10p's, the NHS ones, were put into tills in hospitals, and the Angel of the North, those 10p's were distributed near the Angel of the North in small quantities, a bit like the Jane Austen £2 coin was circulated. Well, they weren't circulated en masse, but some were given out and entered circulation that way. I know in my hometown of Basingstoke, at our Willis Museum, we had someone handing out Jane Austen £2 coins. So other than that, not really. Oh, M for Macintosh 2018. There we go. Maybe we'll find some more if we're lucky. Joffa says, I found 9 puddle ducks in one bag today. What a find. That is pretty unbelievable, to find 9 Jemima puddle ducks in one bag. Strikes me as a pretty amazing result, so a big word on that. I think I would be very excited about that too. Oh my goodness. Senwyn Griffith, I apologise if I've totally butchered your name, says, watched the video this morning, then went out to buy a few supplies. I think some of your missing luck found its way to me. Was handed a Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland in my change. Surprised and delighted by the find. And that's on the £2 coin hunt. That's the second book of my current and new book that I've tried to fill up, which I had very poor luck on. So I am glad if I wasn't lucky, then fortunately you were, to get the Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland in your change. It is a pretty extraordinary thing, so a big well done. And says, what do you do with completed books? So I keep them. It's just part of my wider coin collection. After a while, I will take the coins out of the books. I will put them into coin flips and into album pages that can fit coin flips, because the books are great for sort of medium term storage, but longer term, 5 years plus, I don't want them in the books because there is PVC and it does start gumming up the coins. So I take them out of that and I put them into an album, a separate album that's better for permanent storage. But yeah, I keep them as my wider part of my collection. Mark Shellard says, sneezing counter, come on Christopher, you have to. Oh my goodness, let me just move forward in my chair, but I've somehow slipped back a bit. I will not be doing a sneezing counter, no. And the more people tell me I must do it, the even less inclined I will be to do it. I like to give a bit of audience advice on what counters we want to use for new books, but sneezing counter, I'm afraid, is not happening. Right, the Placid Plastic Duck, my goodness, that's a good name, isn't it? I like it. It says, out of the 5 portraits of the Queen, which is your favourite? So we had obviously the Mary Gillick, the young first portrait of the Queen, and then it was Arnold Mason, second portrait Raphael McClough, Ian Rank Broadley, and then Jodie Clark. I think it's Jodie Clark's portrait. Maybe the Raphael McClough one, but I do really like the Jodie Clark 5th portrait of the Queen. However, I think one of my favourite portraits of the Queen on coins ever, because lots of countries have used images of the Queen on their coins. I quite like the Canadian last portrait of the Queen. I think that's a really nice design. And there's been a few interesting one-off portraits of the Queen on the UK coins. I think my least favourite is the James Butler portrait. Not that it's a bad portrait, but it's totally off centre. It looks really weird. It looks like it's been misstruck because it's too far to the side with a lot of empty space on the right hand side of the design. So yeah, Jodie Clark, I think. Right, Anthony Palmer says, if England wins the Euros on Sunday, I wonder if they will mint a new coin to celebrate. So we don't need to worry about that because unfortunately England did not win the Euros. Although impressive to have got that far in the competition. I mean, I'm not a humongous sports fan, but what I have noticed in recent years under Gareth Southgate, the England's men's team seem to have got further and further than I was ever used to them getting to. And again, that's talking as not a massive sports fan, so it'll be interesting to see his replacement if they can be at least as good as he was. So I guess all they need to do is win, and that's the only thing they can do to improve, because he's taken the team to many finals. So yes, I think if they had have won the Euros, we'd definitely be looking at a coin next year probably to celebrate that, because if we just cast our minds back to the women's England team, the Lionesses, they won the Euros in 2022, and then in 2023 there was the Pride of England 3 lines design that was on the old round pound coin and on the Royal Mint exclusive £5 proof coins. That was struck to celebrate them having won. So I think good chance we would have got a new coin. Right, so this comes from my PO Box video number 150. That's a disturbing piece of mail. It was a Donald Trump on the toilet, it looked like a cereal brand box called Tweeties. I have one comment from It's Jesse Coyne, says, Christopher, I know you're a politics man like myself. What's your thoughts on the general election? I, for one, am happy for a change. And then immediately the next comment below was, shame politics crept in. And not in response to that, just an additional comment. So yeah, I am quite a political person. I have strong political beliefs that I've held for a long time. I listen to a lot about politics. I keep myself informed and up to date. However, is it my place to tell you what I did in the hope that you might vote or follow the same party as I do? I don't think so. I think if you're going to choose your politics by siding with a person you watch on YouTube, that's not informed. You're not informing yourself. You should go out and inform yourself about politics. But was I happy? Of course. That's what I'm gonna say. That's not to say you can't subscribe to other political views, but anyway, next question before I dig myself into a hole here. Right, who was that? It's Jesse Coins. Naughty comments. Okay. Jack says, really enjoy these videos, loving the Q&A. My question for you is, if the UK abolished the monarchy, whose portrait, if any, would you pick to go on the coins? That is such a good question. That is such an amazing question. Naturally, our monarchs have always been on our coins, apart from the interregnum period when Oliver Cromwell or the Commonwealth, the shields designs were on the coins. Who would replace the king or queen on coins if we had no monarchy? It's a really good question, and I can't, you got to think about, it's the head of state, so I guess if we had a president to replace the king and or queens as our head of state, I guess that whoever the head of state is, but I don't know. Maybe just needs to be the Union flag. Maybe that's what needs to be on the obverse. Because again, divisive people and individuals, it'd be hard to pick someone that everyone's going to be happy with. Not that I guess that everyone's happy with the king being on our coins, and there's lots of people who don't believe in the monarchy, don't subscribe to that point of view. I have no problem with the monarchy though, has to be said. I think it's good to have a non-politicised or a head of state who is above politics, that can deal with foreign dignitaries and whatever. But anyway, we're getting back to politics. How have we been doing this? Anyway, who would I pick? I don't know. David Attenborough. David Attenborough would be great, because everyone likes David Attenborough. There's nothing wrong with David Attenborough, is there? I hope not. Anyway, someone like that. Maybe they should do national. Oh no, they can't do national poll, because we'll end up with some stupid Boaty McBoatface result if it's a national poll. But I don't know. I guess I'll stick with David Attenborough. Anyway, with that being said, let's go back to the coins. Well then, just the two finds for today, but we got an alphabet 10p, so we won't grumble. We've got these this Guernsey tomatoes, 1992 dated, which again, they do turn up from time to time. Very good vintage, this one, if I say so myself. And then the letter M for Macintosh. Anytime an alphabet 10p turns up, even if it's just 1 in 200 pounds, that is a superb find. Obviously dated 2018, not a new one for the book. This one is already in our 2018 book, so sadly we don't get the extra enjoyment of popping that into the book. But there we go, we found one. Won't grumble at that result at all. Now, if like me, you've been fortunate enough this week to find an alphabet 10b, let us know in the comments what letter you found and where you found it. Normally we have 3 or 4 people, and I'm glad to be one of those people this week's. As usual, you'll find links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join that. There are also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company, the company I work for as my day job, so please do check their YouTube channel out too. Now, all it leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.